people find it difficult to contemplate their own mortality, yet the value of pre-planning final wishes cannot be overstated. Most people have life insurance, a retirement and estate plan, and a will. But many people, as they make end-of-life plans, neglect to leave instructions for their final disposition. Cremation or burial, memorial service or funeral service, simple marker or upright monument. Does your family know what you want done? At the time of death, there are over 100 decisions that your survivors need to make in order to complete your final arrangements. There is a better way to do things, other than leaving these decisions for your family to make in the midst of their bereavement. Here are a few tips we recommend. As a minimum, talk about your preferences with your family. Make sure they know what you want done in terms of disposition and what type of remembrance service you prefer. Put your final wishes in writing, even if they're just general instructions outlining your preferences. Which funeral home, cemetery, crematorium do you want to look after your arrangements? Give a copy of this final wishes document to those who will most likely be responsible for making your arrangements. Finally, don't make the only record of your final wishes a part of your will. It's not uncommon for wills to be located and read after funeral and memorial services have been completed. Pre-planning provides peace of mind by ensuring your specific wishes are known and followed. On a financial note, there are at least two benefits. One is that you can ensure that decisions are made objectively and free of the stress experienced at the time of death. Another benefit of pre-planning is that you beat inflation. By prepaying your arrangements, you guarantee tomorrow's needs at today's cost. Our pre-arrangement plan allows for the prepayment of most of our services. Prepaid arrangements will reserve the chosen grave, niche, or crypt space. Prepaid service fees, such as opening and closing or cremation, are placed into a trust fund where the accumulated interest serves to offset inflation. People should also be aware that at the time of a death, the services required to complete the disposition of the decedent's death are provided on two levels. A funeral service provider will arrange for the transfer of the remains, legal documentation, the direction of a funeral or memorial service if requested, and the transfer of the remains to the burial park. The burial park will perform the interment of the casket, or the cremation of the deceased and the interment of the ashes as directed by the client family. No matter which funeral service provider a family chooses, Royal Oak Burial Park, as a non-sectarian public cemetery, enjoys a professional relationship with all of the community service partners in Greater Victoria. We hear people say almost daily that they don't want a service, that they just want to be put in a pine box and burned, or whatever. This is understandable, as out of concern for our survivors, we just want to minimize the burden we place on them when we die. The thinking is that if we get cremated, scatter the ashes, and have no kind of remembrance service, this will somehow make it easier on them. The truth is that grieving a loss gives everyone closure. This will happen whether you provide instructions or not. Why not allow people to grieve in a positive and meaningful way where you have provided your wishes?
In today's diverse society, the way we remember our dead has become a highly personalized event. Memorial teas, celebrations of life, balloon releases, garden parties, and even gathering at a favorite pub are all commonplace today. Locations can include a golf club, restaurant, home gardens, or the seashore. Elements of these formal and informal events can include eulogies, video tributes, special music, and displays of personal items. Funeral services no longer mean dimly lit chapels, somber organ music, and men in black suits behind the scenes. Today's remembrance ceremony is what you or your family want it to be, and what it should be: an accurate reflection and celebration of your life, your family, your achievements, and your beliefs. Whether your choice is a traditional burial, cremation, or natural burial, and you can still have your pine box, we strongly recommend that everyone have some form of remembrance service, ceremony, gathering, or reception.
If as you live, you acknowledge the importance of your family, friends, colleagues, and community, why would you deny them an opportunity to get together one last time to remember you, to share their common loss and memories, and to say goodbye? Remembrance ceremonies are for the living, not for the dead. They are about giving healthy closure to those you leave behind. Don't forget them, because they want to remember you and say goodbye. Royal Oak Burial Park is all about offering families options, and our pre-planning service is just one such choice they can provide. Serving Greater Victoria families since 1923, community-owned, not-for-profit, Royal Oak Burial Park.